Oh, good morning. Why we look so fuzzy here? There we go. That's a lot better. What was that? Suspicious. Anyway, good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday. We're almost at the weekend, honey. Okay. I'm Katrina, of course, you know this. I keep saying it. Or do I have to keep saying it? I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, so it's a beautiful Thursday. Whew, hope we have good plans this weekend. Um, I actually have no plans this weekend. I wanted to take my oldest granddaughter to lunch, um, but we'll see because they're doing a good job with the roads, kind of, sort of. But I really don't want to be out there driving because it's still like snow and stuff everywhere. So I wanted to let me close this out. I was ordering some Mac. I got this in a sample, and I fell in love with it. It's like a powder, and I think it's awesome. Anyway. So I was ordering that. I was supposed to have been ordering it, but that's what I was doing this morning. Oh, turn that down. Okay. All righty. We are up and running. Put a little lotion on. A little auspicious. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, happy Thursday. So you need to purchase my book because you're not doing nothing. You need something to read. Another snowstorm is coming, so you should really do that. You know what I'm saying? I like planning my hair. I was in my vanity planning my hair. But anyway, I got some coffee. Let's get to it. So today I was on Pinterest the other night, and the one lady was on there and she was talking about how her boyfriend wanted to leave. Okay. Ladies, 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 ladies. We do not chase. As much as it's gonna hurt, we don't chase. Okay? Let's not do that. I don't believe in chasing no one. I don't care who you are. Because our relation check out my shirt, Krave by Katrina. Anyway. So when they want to leave, let them go. Yes, it's gonna hurt. But you got pride too, honey. Why I have to chase you? Why we can't talk? I can't chase you. 50. My knees be hurting. Make it make sense. I'm not chasing you. But I want to say this. At some point, did you feel this person was leaving? Did you feel the relationship going left? You felt the calls slowing down. You felt time being spent has lessened. Some of these things, like the signs are there. So we have to pay attention to the signs, whether we want to or not. And I know it's a hard thing. It is. But sometimes we see what we want to see. Um, it's no way on God's green earth that I'm chasing you. Why? If you care, if you respect me, you'll talk to me. You don't just wake up, pack your bluey book bag, and lace your Charlie Brown boots and walk out. Tell me you're leaving. No. Well, whoa, why? So you can't talk to me? You just want to pack up and leave? It's Sarah, isn't it? It's that. If that's the case, if it is Sarah, please, by all means, go. But have a conversation with me. Don't just pack up and say, wake up and say, I'm leaving. You ain't got your Bluey book bag and you ain't putting your stuff in there. And I call it Bluey because you're a child. You acting like a child, honey. Or if y'all don't live together and you're texting 26 hours later, that's like not coming home. If the sun beats you home, that means you don't live here no more. The sun took your spot, child. But ladies, gentlemen, why is it glitching? If they want to go, let them go. I don't care if it's a friend, it's a family member, a hot lover. I don't care what it is. At certain points in our life, we're grown. We're to the point we're grown. And maybe back in the day, maybe what 21, 22. What's going on? What is going on? I love you. Da, 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 da. But by the time you hit 30, you're like, whoa, huh? What? 40? You doing what? 50? Don't forget your jacket. Because there's no way. If they want to go, go. Let them go. Go. It's going to hurt. That's like keeping a person that don't want to be kept. Why would you do that? Because if he stays or she stays, then it's like, okay, um, they're here, but they're miserable. We don't want that. We want the person to be present. We want the person to be there. We want the person to love on us and, want to be there, want to go to dinner, want to, celebrate the holidays, go to family functions. We don't want to put on an act when we go there. We're going to hold hands when we walk in the door. And then when it's time for us to go, we get in the car and we don't talk because we can't stand each other. We don't want that, right? So why would you want that? To me, you're hurting yourself more by, trying to make this person stay. Yeah, peace is such a beautiful thing. But when somebody comes to destroy that, it just, like I said, it messes up your nervous system. You're not functioning. If he want to go, let him go. She want to go, let him go. Let her go. Because at least you know where you stand. At least you know you need to make plans to be a new you. You know, hit the gym, build a business, take yourself on a date, change your house around, new furniture, new mattress. Get that demon up off your mattress. You understand what I'm saying? It's a new you. Change everything about you. Start journaling, go to a therapist. You know, it's like detoxing. You have to detox, right? From this person who you thought loved you, but, he met Sarah. And it's okay because him and Sarah can be together. I was about to throw some shade, but I gotta go to that place to pay me. Let me shut up. Anyway, so don't block them because when you become a new you, mm, get that body right, that hair done, get on that flight, go to Italy, do you have a good time and take them pictures. Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, take them pictures. Look good. Don't block them. Let them see the new you. Let them see what they missed, but don't let them come back. Don't do that. Make them eat the new you. Show them that you're not playing. You didn't break anything. They don't want to love you. Tell them kick rocks. Beat it. Yeah. I know it's easier said than done. I do. Trust. And sometimes when I'm freezing, it's because my mouth. I got to remember I'm on YouTube. That's why we need to be in person for a conversation with Krave. You know, And we need to remember people are only here for a season. You might be wrapping yourself around this person that could be a lesson. This person is probably a lesson that you're trying to husband or wife, but it's a lesson because you got to remember we have to go through things in life to be an elder, to teach. You want to know anything about love and life? Take yourself to a nursing home, honey, and talk to them old men that sitting there ain't doing nothing. It's 90% of men in a nursing home and 10% of women. But the wisdom, when you walk in that door and you find the right one, is unbelievable. Trust and believe. I used to work at Good Samaritan Hospital. We all know the elders go there. I used to love talking to the patients. There wasn't really no young patients there. If they were, they got shipped out, a little small, whatever they was being seen for. But it wasn't, but mainly it was an elder hospital. And, so when I tell you it was such a joy to talk to them, they teach you so much. Like the one guy, I'll never forget. He was like, you never want a man to truly, fully fall in love with you. It could be the most dangerous thing in your life. And I said, what? No. Mm-mm. Love is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? He love me. I love him back. We doing this. You know. He said, no, you don't want him to fully love you. It's the most dangerous thing in your life. But then you see some of this stuff on the different podcasts and true crimes and all that kind of stuff. You see this stuff out there, and you're like, you're watching it. And I think back to him, he was right. But how deep is that love from that man? We don't know. You won't never know until you, I guess, try to leave. Because we all know when a woman leaves, especially a DV relationship, it's the most dangerous thing of her life, right? Most dangerous time of her life when she tried to leave. But how would you know if that person so-called loved you like that? You don't know. Well, I guess actions. Being overprotective and, you know, smothering you. I guess you can kind of see, if it leads to DV and all that kind of stuff. So I guess you can um, kind of see where it's going as far as relationships and stuff like that. But like I said, this person want to go, let him go. Because you holding on to what? You gonna beg him to stay? If he stay, you still not gonna be happy. What? Because they don't want to be there. Even with a woman, you begging her to stay, and she stay. Or do you just want half your rent paid or your car note? What is it? Anyway, don't know, but let him go. I mean, it's. I would say so many fish in the sea, but it's not. But I think if you pray, ask God for what you want, ask God to heal you. And that's another thing. When we get out of a relationship, I think we should at least wait a year. We should not be jumping into a new relationship. We need the time to process what just happened, process the time and the years and everything you put into this relationship. But what we're not going to do is beg you to stay. Get the. And then when you leave, when I tell you, get on, you cry, whew, cry me a river. Come on, Justin, do it. You let it out because when you cry, it cleanses the soul. And I really think when we cry, it rebuilds us. I think so. That's my opinion. It rebuilds us to be better, you know, um, to help us move on because you're just cleansing the soul. And sometimes when you cry, it's like you've been strong for so long, you just got to break down and rebuild. And it's okay. You cry. I mean, honey, let it out. Let him go. Let it out. And then you get up, you take your shower in the morning, and you walk out that door dressed to the nine, going to work, hair done, face on point. Don't put all that makeup on, though. It's too early for that. Um, you get your small coffee or your iced coffee or whatever you drink in the morning, your hot tea, and you go sit at your desk or you go to your job and you heal. Put on some gospel music and you live your life. But don't let this one who wants to walk out go. I mean, don't come back. That's what you say. You don't come back. You rat bastard. You know, I think that when we are, okay, nothing better than this. I turn my phone down so you can't hear. He up texting somebody. Retired people don't have nothing to do in the morning. I think that when we love someone, I think it's the thought of that person leaving because that's what we're used to. That's what we know. And sometimes we don't want to get used to somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? And when you know, you're comfortable. That's what I'm trying to say. So now we have to be uncomfortable. Get a therapist and don't go fall in love with your therapist. Don't make this no lifetime move. Anybody got time for that? You know, find somebody that you can talk to. Um, Me, if I was seeing a therapist, I would choose a man. I think an older man. Me, I got this older people. So to be my therapist, you have to be over 60. I'm sorry. Because I need somebody who's been through life. Because some of these therapists nowadays is 27. You ain't been through you haven't been through you haven't been through nothing. You can't help me. You can help me by all the situations you have with other people that you have dealt with and the conclusions and all that kind of stuff. But I need somebody who's been through life. I need somebody with a PhD in life. Damn the book. The book is cute. I'm glad you got those letters behind your name. But I need somebody who's been through life. I always said when a person is an addict and a person's not an addict, but you helping the person that's an addict. Mm-mm. To me, I need a recovering addict to teach me who's been clean and to show that person how to do this. Because to me, if you've been through it, you know what to do. You understand? You know how to handle it. An addict of alcohol can help another addict, an addict that's been clean, because you've been through it. So if you ain't been through nothing, how you gonna teach me? You can't teach me nothing. So I need somebody with a PhD in love and advice to give me that advice to help me go. Because I've been through this and this is how I handle it. Because if you 27 and I'm 50, first of all, you gotta call me Miss. Miss Katrina? Yes. And she said, how you feel? Little girl? No. So our Misha is a therapist. I think she's working her way into that. So if she starts out at, I don't give her no companies because she might be working there and then, you know. Mm-mm. So if she working at such and such, and um, then you come out and you say, well, what I'm trying to say, okay, so if she working at such and such, I'm trying not to say a place, but if she working at such and such, you, you start learning, going through stuff with people, hearing their stories, and wow, see how can we address this? How can we fix this? Like, so you start going through stuff. But me, and she'll be good for somebody her age as a therapist. You understand? I think my Misha is 24. So me at my big age, if I needed a therapist, I would prefer somebody 60. Because I need somebody who's been through the level of life I'm going through. If that makes sense. If it don't, drink some coffee. You'll figure it out. And at some point, ladies, just let him go back to the streets with that community be where he belongs. You're not a parole officer. You're not going to watch his every move. You're not going to wonder where he's at because he wants to leave. If you fight for him to stay and he stays, you become the parole officer. Now you're wondering what he's doing and who he's doing it with. We don't care. Get your neck out of here. Go. Just go. Because now you take a chance if you fight for him to stay and you want him to stay, and then he stays, and then you don't know who he's with when it's cuddle time. Now you're itching. See, don't nobody have time for that. So when I say somebody wants to leave, let them go. For your health, for your safety. You have to love yourself in order to have somebody love you. And this is not where he want to be, then it's not where he want to be. Yes, it's gonna hurt. I should said it best, let it burn. If not, he gonna burn you. But listen to the Usher song, honey. Let it burn. Sometimes you just gotta let it go. Even though we don't want to, because you love this person. You love him. But what does his actions say? They don't love you. It's so hard to let go of something you're so comfortable with. Because you're probably not in love with him. You're probably in love with the thought of him. Or who you thought he was in the beginning, as Bill Bellamy was in the beginning. Like I said, people are here for a season. He or she might not be your lifetime movie. Well, let me say Hallmark, because you know, Lifetime, the killer is deep. I love Lifetime. So he might not be that one that, you know. So if you want to walk out, let him go. It's okay. We're gonna be fine. You take it one day at a time because you gotta remember hours turn into days, you know, days turn into weeks turn into months, and next thing you know, it's been a year. And before you know it, he's out of your system. But you have to do the work, you have to do the therapy. And like I said, don't block him. And most people will say block him on everything. I ain't blocking nothing. You're gonna see this still I rise because I'm gonna look good. You understand? I'm gonna leave you with this because I have to go to that place to give me a little bit of change. When they walk out, always remember the trash just took itself out. Have a wonderful Monday. Oh no, today is Thursday. Have a wonderful Thursday. Anyway, I'm still sleepy. Why did I think it was Monday? Let's do it again. I like it though, right? When they walk out, always remember the trash just took itself out. Now get some breakfast. Purchase my book at Amazon. Support Black business. Take care of you and be kind.